to the second episode of the Cheezy-podcast. I'm your host, Joey. We're also the rest of the members. Introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Minty.
Hello, I'm TAKA.
Hello, I'm Shana.
All right. So today, since this is really just a new bit, this is just a new fresh recording after like a few days. We just and we don't have any more suggestions for the time being. We're just gonna go along with what we discussed before. So last week we talked last episode we talked about October, like generally what happens in like, October. Today we're going to talk about horror fantasy.
Ooh.
Yeah, the spooky stuff.
Yeah, basically all the spooky stuff that happens in October and all that shit. Not really happens in October. Just everything that you would generally think is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
well, with that being said, I'm gonna need to ask you guys a real important question now.
All right.
When I say vampires, what do you guys think about it?
Blah 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 blah.
Play, play, play. It's not play, 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 play. It's play, play, play.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm not
Can
a
somebody
friendly with vampire.
All right. Can somebody explain to me what that is? Because I'm lost.
That's
Uh,
all Transylvania. The
yeah,
vampire
Oh.
goes
yeah.
play, play, play.
It was a funny references back to
Is it a
Hotel
movie?
Transylvania. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
the
an
movie Hotel
animated
Ah,
Transylvania.
movie.
I see.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It's just like I really want to ask you guys this because lately, if you, I mean, I think it started back in the days of the Twilight movie, where literally every single vampires are just sexy, hot, and not scary at all. So I want to. Yeah, I just feel like it'll be like a fun it'll be a fun look back in time and just see how this menace of a blood sucking monster just turns into sexy men with 800 packs. Oh
Why
my god,
not?
Oh my God, 800 pecs. Holy
dude!
shit.
Dude, have you seen the have you s- I
Yeah.
mean like have you
I mean,
seen Twilight?
I've seen Twilight. Yeah, you could say I've seen Twilight. I've seen the dudes there, the vampire dude. Yeah.
Are you going to are you not going to agree to me when I say
Uh,
it's just hot dudes with 800 packs?
uh, I guess. I guess. I mean, hot
Should we put
dudes.
a warning like this is too hot to handle kind of scenario?
Oh my god.
I
God.
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, but then again, if we go back to history, the entire history of the entire history of vampires
Vampires.
itself is just it came from a count
Turkey.
that's just
The
he's very bloodthirsty. Just that he it's not like he really literally drinks blood. He's very bloodthirsty person as a blood. He's just depicted as a very bloodthirsty person,
uh,
and
may
that's it.
I intervene?
Yeah.
Their history is that his
Mm-hmm.
name is the Vlad the Impaler because he has this it's kind of like his hobby to impale people
Mm.
and like put them
Mm.
in his mm, somewhat his lawn. That's where
Yeah.
the lore came from.
Ah, yes.
I mean, like you gotta get decorations on the lawn when you're when it's October.
Oh my god.
No.
But he doesn't specifically do it in October.
I mean, he does it all year long, right? I mean, like the guy likes the guy likes his Halloween decorations.
And
So
the guy is called Vlad the Impaler for a reason.
Yes.
hey, we don't judge here.
Hey, man, if you're gonna impale someone, good luck.
Better better get something out of it.
Yeah.
Decorations, boom. No, okay, but seriously though, how I feel like it's just really funny just seeing that. How come this guy that just impales person in his lawn for fun's sake just suddenly turns into sexy man with 500 packs?
Okay.
and
It's
then
called.
he will huskily whisper into your ears. He will suck your blood dry, and I'm like,
Oh my god.
Mm.
It's called evolution.
Oh my
oh
god.
yes, oh yeah,
Uh,
oh yeah. And one more another thing, when we talk about vampires, we of course I'm gonna say about the werewolves as well, right?
I mean, Twilight. It's the whole package. You have the sexy
Yeah.
vampire and you have the sexy wolf. Man,
Werewolves,
No, no, no,
vampires.
not sexy wolf, hot wolves. Oh my god.
oh,
Oh.
And then you have sexy witches.
Uh, yeah, too bad we don't have sexy witches. I mean, like, preferences. But now, on the topic of wolves, and also the dogs in the back of my background just howling out. How does anybody has a clear idea and on the history of werewolves? Where did it all begin?
Not
Interesting.
me.
mm, is
I'm.
this where I pop in and say something about werewolf?
I mean, I'm
I
not.
mean,
I'm not
like,
sure. I don't know
I'm,
much.
I'm like among all four of us, the one that has like the encyclopedic knowledge for monsters and Halloween stuff is probably Taka.
Yeah, probably.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is just MMORPG knowledge, guys. So I'm just gonna lay
Ah,
it
yes.
down.
Okay. Okay.
And
Okay, okay.
werewolf,
Yeah.
or we could say them. I mean, their specific name will be lichen.
Lycanthropes.
Which yeah, lycanthropes. Which I don't know. It's translate from is it Latin? I mean, I don't know. It's always Latin, right?
It's
Yeah,
always
all
Latin.
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 Latin for weird stuff. Sure.
So basically, it just means that human change in the full moon into something, and for this one, it's specifically towards werewolf. And originally, the thing, it actually occurred in real life. This werewolf thing.
I mean, like,
Huh.
werewolf syndrome is a thing. I did see the reports before where
That,
there's a
that
girl in Brazil something. I don't remember where it was
Brazil.
specifically. I don't remember where it was specifically, but there was a girl that was born with very long hairs all over her body. So she just looks like a werewolf. And
Oh,
I'm like,
but
that's a syndrome.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
she was
it
diagnosed
was.
with that syndrome.
Mm. So basically you're trying to tell that the history of the werewolf, uh, the history of the werewolf legacy itself comes from a syndrome. Back in the Middle
Mm,
Ages, nobody really understood, so they just say it's a monster.
Exactly. I mean,
yeah.
that's what old
Yeah.
people. I mean, that they were
Then
like
again,
that back
that's that is majority of what happened back in the Middle Ages, right? Same. I think
then.
that same thing goes as witch as well. I feel like most of the thing that happens in the back in the Dark Ages, especially the monster that just comes out from the Dark Ages, are just things that people don't have the brain capacity to explain. So they just say, "Oh, it's magical or it's mystical." So like
Yeah.
witches, they basically just they were basically looking around at science, but they see at say but the priest just sees it as heresy and just
Yeah.
burn them all
It became a huge misunderstanding standing between
Uh,
them.
imagine if we just
Science is sacred back then. You don't
yeah
say science, man. If you say
you don't
science,
say
get,
science you
get
say god powers
chopped.
you
Yeah.
don't say science is god powers or blessings
Yeah.
or maybe witch
Blessings.
ah
His
I
it's
holiness.
weird
can I call it alchemy at least?
mm,
Nah, I think you'll
nah
just burn at the stake.
Oof.
I mean it's kind of understandable okay
You-
on the topic of people misunderstanding things as misunderstanding science as magic, do you, I think in Saudi Arabia or maybe that's like in the Middle East, there is the dynasty of the pharaohs, right? Back in
Yes.
that times, there are also records that says that there are practitioners of magic in that time,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
let's heavily emphasize on the magic part when archaeologists managed to dug them out the artifacts from their times, it turns out it was basically just basic science and all that jazz. So do you really think, like, do you guys think that actually what happens there is just science that they managed to explore, but lost in time because magic and all that jazz. I mean, like, think about it. Could we actually have like flying cars right now if people just don't burn books back in the old days?
I guess you can say it like that because you know how history is. It gets rewritten every time, every decade, every century, or whatever. So I think it might get lost in some way or form, or change in some way or form.
They're always burning stuff.
Yeah,
First they burn first they burn people because they thought it was magic.
Then they
Then they
burn
burn
books.
they
because they
burn
thought it was
books and
magic
knowledge.
because they thought it was heresy.
Yeah,
Ah, God.
Churches are weird back in the old days, man.
basically just
No,
burn everything.
Oh yeah, by the way,
they needed
do you
profit for that. They need profit from that.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean like churches are weird back in the old days. Do you guys have I just said I just said the most generic monsters that exist in the old that existed before. But do you have any monsters info that existed back then as well? Any monsters? Like I don't. I'm done with the sexy and hot vampire and werewolves already.
I
I'm
thought we are going for
Aw.
that one again.
no,
Gonna
no, come on. I
continue.
can,
So
dude. It can
Hey,
only be
disappointed.
so gay.
Joey
It
is
can only
sticking
be
Joey,
into
so
it till
gay.
the end.
It's not
No,
gay for
Joey.
no.
me.
I think we need to
God
give
damn it.
Shana a chance to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
right.
hot,
Shana,
sexy vampire.
Shana. What kind of monster that comes into your mind?
Ooh, sexy vampires.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Hmm.
The sexy vampires again.
No joke. Fairies, fairies. There are fairies as well.
Fairies.
Fairies, fairies.
Which
Yeah.
which one though? I mean, like there in history and lores there are a lot of many kinds of fairies, like the kind-hearted one, and then there's also the spring gun, just like
I don't think
the
any fairy is kind. They're either from the silly court or the unsilly court. Mm.
Uh,
mm, hmm.
Wait a minute. Is Tinkerbell a pixie or a fairy?
I think she's a pixie, right?
She's a pixie, right?
But then
Yeah,
what's the
she's a
difference between
pixie.
what's the
Supposed to
difference
be a
between a
pixie.
pixie and a fairy?
I
Fairy
Let's
can make
Google it.
wish.
Google Google is our best friend. After all,
Fairy can make wish. Pixie doesn't make wish.
Since when do fairies grant wishes?
Hey,
For the price
fairy
of
of
your
presents.
soul, we will grant your wish. Now give us your
Might
soul, and
be.
we will grant your wish. Then again, I don't think that's far from the truth as well. What is up with our history with monsters and all these things?
I
Do you,
know, man.
What about leprechaun? We don't put leprechaun in the story.
Ooh, leprechauns.
oh yes, let's talk. Ooh.
Hi.
Hey Shana,
Hey.
any stories on leprechauns?
I've seen too many rainbows, but I've never found the end of the rainbow.
Never
So I
found a
can't
pot of
find
gold.
any leprechauns.
Yeah.
Or you can't find the pot of gold. Oh shit.
You just need some short guy dressed in green. That's all.
You need a redhead dwarf that just constantly wears green and has a pot somewhere in his house. I mean, if we talk about that,
Are they even friendly?
that's a good question.
Depends. I think I don't know.
Oh no, they're evil. Bye bye.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They are
okay,
greedy.
cool.
They are greedy, yes.
I guess.
I mean,
you
like
can-
that. I mean, like that explains the pot of gold.
Yeah, the pot of gold explains it all. Greedy
Where
bastards.
where else do they get the gold? They can't mine them, so they must be
I mean,
plentiful.
can you just imagine like you have like this lot of money in one pot, but you don't spend one anything? You think about it, like
Yeah, they're just greedy pricks.
He just wants the pot of gold. He doesn't want to share with any other people.
But then what's the use of a pot of gold? I mean, like, if it's a pot of stew, I kind of get it. I mean, I could eat it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
He's
it's
just
food.
there to show off his gold and then attract
Oh,
people
yeah.
to come and take it,
Yo,
but you can never have it.
Small flex.
He's basically just an R&B hit star back in the old days. Just like, just
Yeah.
flex some gold. Check out these
Like
chains. Oh, dude.
He,
Okay, okay. So we know.
he's like appear in MTV Cribs. He's like, well, hey guys, welcome to MTV Cribs.
Here's my gold.
Here's my gold.
It's here. You can never be like me.
Y'all can never get this kind. Y'all can get this much money.
Oh god,
Oh
he's
my
just
god. Okay.
flexing
Okay.
everywhere with his pot of
Imagine,
gold.
imagine, imagine if there is a dwarf, redhead, Irish, midget, just like big, just like suddenly got big on MTV, just got big on music, and just goes to MTV Cribs. Oh my god, he's definitely gonna dress up as a leprechaun, and then just flex the gold, man, just flex it all. Oh my god.
Huge
Dude, that's like a
mansion,
goal.
even bigger than him.
oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh,
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 man,
no.
serious. That's
Oh
beautiful.
no.
Oh no.
Minty just. Minty did it. Minty did it.
No.
Sound
Yep.
the alarm.
Let's disregard that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Wait, should we like into the viewers on what just happened? I mean, mm,
I don't think this needs much of a explanation, but uh, we don't really want to talk about these parts, right? These things right now, don't we?
It's okay.
Mm,
They'll figure
mm.
it out. It's okay.
That
So,
depends.
by the way, do you know that if you want, by the way, do you know if you want more of your suggestions to be talked about by us, you can leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Small plug.
Plug. Hey, I like the transition. We can keep on going with this, boy.
Alright.
Anyway, Minty, any ideas on any ideas or any info on monsters you think we want to talk about right now? So now we got like the werewolves done, we got the leprechaun done, we got the witches done, we got the what was that? Yeah, the vampires done. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to talk about?
I mean, not in particular, because I don't know much, these monsters, since I don't read them as much as I did as a child.
You know that basically that SCPs are basically monsters just modernized.
Yeah,
And
basically.
And on the topic right now, we're talking about horror fantasy. Like, SCP might kind of have the settings
Might.
of a modern day.
Yeah.
It's still fantasy.
Oh yeah,
Or
it
is
just popped in my head. Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, how I forgot about Frankenstein. Dude, probably
There's
because
no
there's
the
not that much.
scientist is named Frankenstein.
Mad scientist.
Based off the book of Mary Shelley.
Hey. Even though I don't know who that is, but hey. Okay,
Yeah.
No.
let me Google it.
No.
Mary Shelley.
Minty
Yeah.
just you start googling now. Okay. In the meantime, I'll just explain what the Frankenstein is. Basically, Frankenstein is a man-made man.
Yes, man-made man.
Yes, it's just basically a
Okay.
bunch of corpses just stitched together by Dr. Frankenstein just to create a man-made man. Experiment went kinda okay. He brought the corpse back. Brought the corpse to life, but it didn't work out perfectly. So, while being super strong and probably can't die like ever, he is also very jealous since his creator has a wife, so he wants himself a girl. Tries to create one, it didn't work out, and he goes on a rage. This is based on the movie I watched when I was a kid, so I don't really know how much this coincides with the original story, but I think that's like the general gist of Frankenstein.
So,
I think so.
needless to say, it's a f up love story, but
It's-
undead.
A love story.
Yeah, it is a love story.
It's a love story. I don't know.
Oh,
Hmm.
God.
Wasn't there like mobs with torches and
Pitchforks.
pitchforks?
Yeah,
They went
that-
after
that-
him.
Yeah.
That's that part as well. I think was that part when he killed the Dr. Frankenstein himself.
I'm not sure. I just know that
Ah.
there's a mob.
Yeah, it was the general occurrence whenever Frankenstein was up to be talked about. there will always be a mob with fires and pitchforks and all that shit
Yes.
and all that jazz.
People just like to take their pitchfork and torches for a walk. I mean, they do in back in the old days. I mean, now we're still doing it. Instead of pitchfork and torches, we
We
use
just
our
spam
phone.
emotes. We
We
spam
we
emotes.
We march peacefully.
They march peacefully.
It's not
uh,
peaceful at all. Let's be honest.
Some
It's not peaceful
some
at
are
all.
peaceful, some are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, actually,
Silent majority.
we're still in the topic of Frankenstein, right? I actually had this
Yeah.
something came up like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Frankenstein. I mean the thing. It's undead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically
And
undead.
zombies are also undead.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So,
Aha.
yeah, you feeling me? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Frank is undead, but electrocuted,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he like have impulse. How about the zombie? How about those zombies? How about the undead?
mm,
We gotta see the definition because on recent tropes, zombies are more likely. People think zombies are more likely to happen due to viruses or maybe mutation and all that jazz. But
Yes.
back in the old days, I think they generally think zombies comes to life from
From the
I
dead.
don't know. Yeah, like just pops
pops
up
up
like
from the
potatoes from the
grave.
graves.
Yeah.
Pops up from the grave like potatoes. Like ah,
Like, hey,
Uh,
I
how
am
you
here.
doing? I'm here.
yeah, but then again, if we say like they came from the grave that's like pops out like that, they
That's
can't.
that's that's an like that's like an old story though. But in modern times, usually it's more towards science, since
Yeah,
like
goes to
there's
biological weapon.
yeah like
yeah,
Science experiment go wrong.
yeah
yeah.
like
Then you have
some
men eating
organisms,
monsters.
yeah, like organisms going into the brain and then the brain just
Just
malfunctions.
just yeah, and they're just being controlled by microscopic
Yeah,
microscopic
Parasite.
demons.
parasites. Yes.
Uh, I'll
Parasites is a
I'll
better
call them
word.
demons. I'll call them demons.
That's
Be
it.
gone, demons.
What? You can't exorcist the parasite out of the human body.
How would that work
You'll
though?
you'll
You
you'll make
exercise
the
zombies
mm,
by the power of holiness and just
Be gone.
By
by
power of holiness and burning witches, I shall throw this water at you, and
you shall be cleansed.
you shall be cleansed by this water that I just picked up from the valley. I better believe it is pure.
Just sprinkle them with water.
I feel it still feels kind of weird. How does people think that those kinds of things are gonna work? But then again, I'm not gonna judge.
I think
I mean,
it's due
it's
to
holy. The word holy in
Yes,
They
yeah
yes. I have this bread. I do believe it does taste better than most. So I will put in holy in this bread, and this is now the holy bread. Eat it.
yeah.
what?
it could
It's
work
because
back in the old days.
I've read this one article before. It's called the placebo effect.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
you guys know that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Basically,
Yeah,
know.
you just lie to your brain so
yeah.
good that they just believes it.
Like this thing is good, so you should take it. And then they're like, oh yes, this thing
Then
is
Yes.
they'll
good.
start thinking that they're getting better, but it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
end
why,
up dying
why can't
anyways.
why can't it happen with cyanide?
Taka!
Ooh, what did I say?
Shana, Shana, why can't it happen with cyanide? Why when people take cyanide they still want to say it's placebo effect, but it didn't work.
I know it's poisonous. They didn't have that knowledge back in the days.
Very
Yeah,
poisonous.
it's understandable.
Most of the stuff are
Oh yeah,
poison back in the day.
dude.
Yeah.
We talk about Middle Eastern part, but we didn't talk about mummies.
Oh.
Ah,
Ooh,
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh my god,
the
I'm
plastic.
dude, I'm so behind on my master game right now, man. God. No,
Zombies.
probably because of the shitty shitty horror movies these days. There's not enough. There's not enough monsters anymore,
Not
man.
enough classical monsters.
Yes.
They need to like revamp those classical monster,
Yeah, true.
like
Yeah, but then
make
again,
them more.
mummies now.
Does
Uh,
mummies count as undead?
yeah,
They're
100% undead.
they're just
There's no way mummies aren't.
wrapped, bandage wrapped corpses, right?
No,
Yeah.
they're basically zombies, but with more swag in them.
With fashion sense.
I think it's a Middle Eastern sense of zombies. Just like,
I
yo,
guess.
you guys be wearing peasant clothes. Look at us, we bandage, boy.
Oh, but if you think about it, they die with style.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They die,
They're
they die
like
with style, and best of all, they even have an entire building just for them. There's
Welcome
like,
to my crib.
well, boy. Oh my
If
god,
they're
Middle
decorated.
Eastern. We have the Middle Eastern MTV Cribs now, boy. God, oh my god, this. Why are we making MTV Cribs now?
I know.
started with that leprechaun thing.
Yeah.
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 Oh, but okay, but then again, that's just like weird Middle Eastern stuff. But then again, for mummies, they have like some of them have like their superpowers, right? Like suddenly calling out storms and then bugs
And
and
they're
all that.
cursed. They're
Oh yeah,
cursed.
Yeah, they're
Cur-
cursed.
like
Cursed beings.
It's not really their superpower, but it's their curse. So
but
Uh,
then
They
it is
enjoy
power.
it. It's their power.
Yeah, it is
I-
power for them.
then think of it his perspective. He's in agony. He's screaming.
Ah.
He's screaming.
Dude, he's
Screaming is
undead.
killing people.
Dude, he's still an undead. He just can't die. I'll be in agony if I can't die.
Maybe like he just can't help it. He just wants someone to accompany him.
Are we
Like-
are we going back to a Mumu lore now?
Yes.
Yeah, if you think about it, Momo is like that.
Amumu is always crying.
And he just
I-
wants a friend, but he can't help it. The curse is there.
Okay, I
Supporting the
have
baby.
I have more reason to play Amumu now.
Oh, I want to try Amumu now.
Oh no.
Okay, all for one.
You get a mumu. You get the mumu. Everyone gets a mumu.
I think I can play. I think I have more reasons to play Amumu. I have Imumu.
Very emo.
I have emo boy Mumu.
Yeah. As a skin for a Mumu. Just an
Uh,
emo boy.
We're really derailing from horror fantasy. But then again, it's
Back to
Still
mummies.
mummy.
Amumu is still mummy. He's still mummy. Imagine if there is a mummy that's just a female mummy and then just people just ask the female mummy just to step on it and just say, harder mummy.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
No, that is too far off, Joey.
Uh,
Back it up. Back it up.
mm,
Do you
Yes, I
believe
yeah.
in the fandom of weed fetishes?
rule 34? Oh no.
Rule 34 is a holy place. I'm
God.
joking. I'm joking. It's hell. It's hell.
Hey,
Mm,
Joey, back it up.
Like,
You're not supposed to be
back
here.
Back it up.
but
Back it up.
Back it up.
Back it up.
but like
Back
for
to
real.
the set Amumu.
I mean, back to
I
mummies.
think we're going further back. We're going back to mummies.
Yeah, but for real though, you said about female mummies, right? Did they ever discovered female mummies before?
I think they might have found some, but
Then
I
it's
mean, like back in the
Cleopatra.
old days.
Oh,
that's-
Queen
that's
Nefertiti.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
those
okay.
as well. But then again, back in the like ancient Egyptian, they don't really value women as much. So there's no really big reason to mummify a female back in the old
and-
days.
I need to fix that.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Mm.
mummy,
The
not
mummy.
The mommy,
the
mommy.
the okay,
What?
guys, stop
The
with
corpse?
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
the pharaoh hierarchy is basically they don't want outsiders. They just want inside the inner circle, basically their family. So
Yeah.
by generation, they're actually sibling and sibling wanking out each other
Sweet
and have
home
Oh
Alabama.
god.
So inbred.
Yeah. Sweet home Alabama. Yeah, incest wincest.
Oh
Mm.
my lord.
and
This,
that's why when the
uh,
archaeologists study mummies, some of them are found defect and some of the bone structure and everything are wrong, not like
oh yeah, wait, does that
Yeah.
explain why there's a lot of pharaohs that has a very protruding chin? Because like
Yeah.
I watch
Yes.
it because I watch a video. Can I wait? Can I say this? Because this is one of my favorite YouTubers. I think it's
Yes.
fine to
Go
say, right?
ahead.
Okay, so I basically watch Game Theory. No, not really Game Theory. What is it called again? No, okay. I watch Film Theory by
Mm-hmm.
Matt Pat. Please Matt Pat, please. I love you. Thank you. Okay, so I watch a film theory episode
All right.
where okay I watch a film theory episode. He explains that one of the birth defects from incest is basically there you can have a protruding chin, something like that. Uh, it did like there are many depictions of pharaohs having like protruding chins, right? Do you think that's
Yeah.
one of the signs that they are practicing incest?
yeah,
Ooh,
that's
it's
pretty
like
accurate.
no wonder Egyptian fell down hard at one point. Yeah,
Because they didn't have
that's a
the
yikes.
suitable, like was it Tutankhamun? Was it Tutankhamun? I think
Hmm.
so. He was
The
short.
youngest pharaohs, the
Yes,
youngest pharaoh. Yeah.
he was
He's
legit
looking.
short for his age.
I
I mean,
mean,
I'm not saying that
I
short
mean,
is
consider,
bad.
Catastrophe.
considering that he is from a
Yeah.
incest heavy family,
M-
living at his age is kind of a miracle.
Most
If I,
likely, every like child there is an inbred, which is like
Mm,
really bad.
mm, yeah. Oh, but
Nasty.
the saying that keeping the good genes in the family,
Mm.
that's a yikes. That's a yikes for me.
It's
Biology don't
pretty
be like that.
normal.
Yeah, back in the old days, it's normal. Even the Europeans,
Yeah.
they do try to practice ancestry a lot,
Yeah,
You,
they
like a
you,
get married
lot.
to their cousins.
Yeah,
yeah.
which
In the
is
medieval times,
oh,
like
Yeah. Keep
yes,
the royal blood in the family.
yes, royal
keep the bloodline
blood,
pure.
pure
Keep the
blood.
bloodline pure. They
Even
say.
though it's one of our sisters.
yes,
Oh god.
Yes.
we don't want any muggles.
Okay, okay. I think we can move on. Again, we can move on.
Yes, we should
Pharaoh,
move on.
All right.
Pharaoh ancestry. Okay. Taka, any monsters you would think you think we could share right now? Any monsters?
Hmm. Any monsters? Hmm.
Yeah, I mean we're
Is
talking about horror, something horrific.
is tentacle monster?
No,
Yes, yes, tentacle,
it's not.
tentacle is monster. The
No,
kraken, dude,
no.
the kraken.
Ah,
Come
Kraken
yes, the
on.
is
Kraken is.
Kraken.
Kraken is a giant fish.
No, it's kraken is a giant squid.
Yeah.
People
It
are
was
very
weird. Kraken's a giant squid that just drags down ships in the middle of the sea. Pirates fear them, and oh, for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons, you don't want to go to the middle of the sea and just constantly in fear of your life suddenly being dragged down to the bottom of the ocean and being helpless about in doing so. And that's
Yes.
Oh,
basically Kraken.
speaking of bottom of the ocean,
Hmm.
mermaid. Mermaid are actually
Speaking of
scary.
Oh
Mermaid.
speaking of
yeah, mermaid.
sirens,
Sirens.
Yeah,
Sirens
yeah,
also.
Siren.
Sirens
sirens
are
are
yeah.
the
Siren.
mermaid.
scarier one.
Yeah, basically sirens are like mermaid-esque creatures that stays by by a rocky shore. They
And
sing and drag
sing.
and lures in sailors to the
To the
rocky
bottom of
shores.
the ocean.
No, I think the story was I think from my readings, the story went
Mm-hmm.
that when they sing, when they were singing around when they are at the rocky shores, the ship will try to navigate into the rocky shores and then just crashes into the rocky shores and the ship sunk in from that point on. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's a sad thing that that the sailors are just so easily fooled to follow the song. But then again, they're sailors. They've been living in the sea for too long. They need a woman.
They are
Yeah.
lonely.
Yeah.
They are
Mhm.
lonely. I mean, like sailors are like so lonely. They even marry themselves. Not
What?
like,
Uh,
they marry
oh,
among themselves.
Are you
I'm like
serious?
Are
no,
you
like
sure
like
about that?
seriously,
speaking from
gay
experience.
marriage. Gay marriage is normal within pirates and sailors among themselves.
Okay, that's a new
Yeah,
fact.
actually.
Damn.
Yes,
Mm.
I read too much about these things.
Yeah, it's
I
a
read
new
too much
fact.
about these things.
There
Uh,
goes my Pirate of the Caribbean. Hmm.
dun 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 dun. Dun. I mean, like, yeah.
No, please don't ruin it. No,
But well, but
Taka's innocent
no.
has left the building.
no.
I mean, like,
Erase that.
it's common occurrence among pirates, but it doesn't need to necessarily happen that way. I mean, like for there, I mean, like with back in the pirate days, there are a lot of female pirates, and within those
Wait,
crews,
wait,
there
wait,
is
wait, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop.
yeah,
Hold. Before you destroy my fantasy.
there are
I,
female pirates.
yes, I know.
Female
Yes.
pirates, female can be
I,
pirates as well.
I
Taka,
know
Just
female
there's
can
fish.
be pirates too.
I know there's Annie and wait, not Annie, Mary Reed and Bonnie and Mary Reed. Yeah, those are the female pirates. See, I know female pirates too.
Yeah.
And
Are.
Yes.
Now,
like
with the female pirates, there are also the lesbian marriage and all that
no,
jazz.
oh no, no.
I mean,
Can't
there, dude, if there's gay marriage, there's also female lesbian marriage, and then there's
To
also the normal
specify,
marriage. But
DAY is already in the context of everything.
I mean,
Uh,
I mean, if you're tired of the guys, you can go to the girls, or I
what?
mean, if you're tired of the girls, you can go to
Yeah, you can be bisexual. Go for what you want. There's no
Yes.
that,
judgment here.
Sometimes
that's normal.
interests will change, Taka.
I mean, that's normal back in those times. I mean, like they're in the middle of the sea for most of their lives. What are they gonna do? I
I'll
mean,
just
like look at
wank the fish. I'll just wank the fish. There, I said it.
that's disgusting.
Oh my
You don't wank.
god.
You don't beat your meat to the fish, man.
Go beat it. I'm gonna call the kraken, and I'm just gonna go down there
my
Oh
and make
god.
some
lord.
kraken babies.
Malawi is not pleased. Malawi is not pleased.
Yeah, I said it before you ruin more of my fantasy.
Oh my
All
god, you
right.
have fantasy about pirates, Taka.
I mean, oh yeah, dude. Talk about pirates. What was the thing about thing again?
Pirate zombies.
No. Wait. What was the
Zombie
thing?
pirates?
What is it?
Flying Dutchman. Flying Dutchman.
Oh,
Flying
Ah,
Dutchman.
yeah.
stinky
It's
socks.
The only Flying
Stinky
Dutchman I know
socks.
is from SpongeBob. Wait.
Same.
Taka. Taka, you have knowledge about Flying Dutchman from Pirates of the Caribbean. Tell
I
us
only
everything you know about it.
Oh, before you gayify my fantasy, what?
I,
You
I, I
going to
think
say Flying Dutchman is gay now? Oh,
no, Flying
might be,
Dutchman.
you never
He
know.
didn't say that. Taka.
I didn't say it's gay, but if you insist.
Oh,
no. Wait, hold.
You spoiled your own fantasy now.
you bought this
I
upon
didn't say
yourself.
it. Dude, look at my eyes. Look at my tentacle eyes. Do I
Oh
look
my.
like I'm here to destroy you?
Sorry, viewers. By next week, Taka is no more.
Oh my god, Joey, you should dress up as a octopus pirate and then go to Taka's house and surprise him.
just-
You must
I
know he
just
is
I
half
just counted there.
tentacle. He's half tentacle.
Oh my god.
You never knew. You can never know. Okay, but seriously, Taka, can you share us stories about the Flying Dutchman? Share us some of
Oh,
it.
Flying Dutchman. I mean, if it's based on Pirates of the Caribbean, then it's just a tale of the seas that pirates like to say. It's like a part of the pirates code, you know. Like when you go to the seas, there's some good things and bad things. It's like their belief that the sea is secret to them. So uh, saying that there's this Flying Dutchman figure just to spook around with the people of the land because they don't know much. I guess you could say that Flying Dutchman is more or less our own fantasy towards
So a
some
propaganda.
A
something like
propaganda,
that.
maybe like an urban legend for for CP
Yeah, yeah.
seamen.
Urban
That
legend is the
that's
legend.
much a better word for it. Not
Yeah,
propaganda.
it's urban legend. Propaganda
Urban
is
legend.
when you're like trying to repeat the
I know.
same thing over and
I
over
was
again.
thinking about for some reason.
Why? How does that link to Germany?
I know. I know. Okay, let's not talk about Germany.
Minty suddenly remembers about the man with the sing.
Okay, okay. We want
Okay,
this
okay.
video.
Now we stop
Oh
there.
my
We
god.
stop there. We stop there. We don't go further from there. Oh
Oh my
yeah,
god.
talk about urban legends. Okay, we can go a bit fast forward now. Minty, this should be your this should be your forte since
What?
you know a lot about SCPs. Since you know a lot more about SCPs than most of us, can you share with us some of your favorite SCPs that you have
Hmm.
around your belt?
SCPs.
You
You'll
don't need to you don't need to specify the numbers. You just general thoughts of it.
Is there
Just
an SP about men?
what? No,
about
What?
men.
I don't think so.
Men.
An SCP about mint? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't think I've read that far just yet.
I
Maybe.
mean, I think you guys know this SCP, well, except for Shana though. But the sculpture,
Oh,
the
oh,
banana
the
guy.
classic. Oh yeah,
I
the
think it's
classic.
SCP 173. I think that guy. When you
So viewers, if you didn't mean to get it right, you can type it down in the comments section below and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this content for now,
my
and you
God.
can also leave one suggestion down in the comment section below for our future video.
Can
Thank
I
you.
add
Oh
on
my
to that?
god.
Yeah.
You guys can also tag in hashtag tentacles so that I can see how many people here supports for Joey to wear a tentacle pajamas.
Yay!
Okay, literally one if we can get like if we can get like 500 likes here, I will go out there and get myself a 10 pajamas.
Please
But no
don't.
face reveal. But no face
Please
reveal.
don't.
Yes,
Okay, Minty, continue.
I
The
regret.
sculpture.
I regret.
Minty, the sculpture.
the sculpture. Yeah,
Why
SCP.
does SCP look so weird?
Yeah,
Uh,
SCPs are really weird. Don't worry about it. It's
No,
always
For
like
they're
that.
really
example, mint
they,
SCP.
there are really weird drawings on Google.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true. Yeah, Minty, can you explain to Shauna like what is the sculpture?
Uh, think if I'm not mistaken, is that when you look at the sculpture, he won't move. But if you get a direct eye contact with it, that means you can't escape from it. I think it's gonna be with you forever, and it's gonna kill you. So it just keeps following you. It keeps following you if you like how do I say this? Cut off eye contact with him. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah. Okay.
basically that's the sculpture.
Isn't this like the one in Amnesia? If I
That's so
remember, it's
cute.
there with this one in Amnesia. I think. Is it Amnesia?
Amnesia is a different one. That's the guy with the open mouth. I
Oh
think.
no, no, no.
No,
I mean,
actually,
there's this one
okay. So
monster that has the same functionality as that SCP, but I don't know if it's Amnesia or any other horror game. There was that because it's my experience. Okay, I'm just sharing.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Time.
He's
Yeah.
crying.
Well, so basically that you
think
really
the
need
I
to
think the
focus.
way the SCP-173 kills you is that he just
he
goes
snaps your neck.
behind you and then
Yeah.
snaps your neck, like just twist
No,
it. It's like
not really like goes behind you. If like there is a need for like two or three people to keep eye contact with SCP with the sculpture
Yeah.
at any given time.
Sculpture.
So yeah, so basically, if anyone if anyone breaks wants to break eye contact from it, someone needs to make sure they stare at the sculpture again. And if any continuous eye contact was broken, the sculpture will move at super high speed and break your neck off.
Basically, he teleports.
Yeah, so fast he just TPs up. He just TPs over there.
I
So
have something.
mhm.
Do we specifically need to look an eye? I mean, look with
not not
our eyes, or
not like
No,
look really in the eyes.
you
Just
just look at
just
him.
I mean,
Like
just look at the sculpture, right?
if you
yeah,
can see like the yellow stuff, just a bit of yellow stuff on your
just
Sounds
bit.
like Medusa.
yeah, and
Not really like
then you're like,
Medusa.
oh shit.
It's like this is. I feel like this is reverse Medusa. If you don't look at it, you will die.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Reverse Medusa. Couldn't we just like put a guy and then he'll just stay?
the way they contain it is that they put it when you make eye contact with him, and like there's three people making eye contact with him. He's harmless. He can't do anything. So you can touch him. You can move him around. So basically, they put him in a steel like box
Uh-huh.
and with CCTVs all around the box, inside the box. So and then they just look at the monitor 24/7.
And yeah,
And yeah,
and that's what they and that's the only thing they can do. The weird thing is that even in the containment, there will be feces and blood all over the floor,
yeah,
which they still at that point they still don't know how it happened.
What
It's a sculpture.
does he excrete it at night?
yeah.
Uh, yeah,
It's weird.
it's weird.
Nasty.
It's not that part was not explainable, but it happens. So it happens.
Basically,
Really,
the
nobody has an idea.
sculpture like as organic. Uh,
I mean, it's
No,
a it's a
Biological?
sculptor.
it's a
It's
sculpture.
it's
It's,
it's
it's
it's basically like clay, just a
oh,
clay doll looking
it's like
thing.
yeah, it's like a bunch of cement and rebars.
Yeah.
That's all the sculpture is. Okay, so that's the sculpture.
Yeah.
Taka, do you have any SCPs you think you can share with us?
I really don't have any particular SCP. How about Shana? I mean, other than ACP.
I don't know if I don't even know what SCP. So it's okay.
Then I think it'll be fine if I share one of my personal favorite SCPs.
All right.
Yeah.
I think okay, I read a few SCPs. I would really love to talk about the orange blob, but that will be too easy.
No, that sounds cute.
Yeah,
What
the
do
orange
you mean cute?
the orange blob is very cute and harmless, but I feel like it's not. I don't think it's enough for me to talk about orange blob. So I'm gonna talk about my personal favorite, the girl,
It
the little girl.
sounds
Minty,
Oh
you,
my
you
God.
you remember this one?
I can't quite seem to remember. Been a long
Okay.
time since I've read SCPs.
Okay, so basically, I don't remember the code. I think it was 5-4. I don't know. So basically, the girl is just how the name implies. It's a girl, like 3 years old, but permanently 3 years old, and she was captured in around 19 something. I don't remember. It's a long time. She's permanently 3 years old. So the thing about the girl is that whatever no matter what happens, if she stays within the vicinity of people for around 10 minutes, people will get instantly agitated and aggressive and will immediately kill anyone and everything within the vicinity.
Oh
And
my God.
also,
Oh.
yeah, so basically if she's in a convenience store and somebody and if there are 10 people in there along with her,
There's
all
gonna
10
be
people will kill all 10 of them will kill each other until the last person standing, the last person that's still alive will try to kill her as well, but will die from a heart attack. So it's like she will be, if she's there, they're all going to die within 10 minutes,
damn.
and there's nothing you can do about it. And the biggest and the weirdest thing is that she won't even have. And there will be like she won't eat. No, how would I say it? She won't be able to actually process anything that happens. She won't be able to process the violence. She won't be able to understand anything. She will just be there and just, huh. She will
Huh.
be like oblivious to everything that's happening in there. Okay, that's the thing. But the problem is, SCP Foundation actually had made a joint experiment uh, of the girl, along with one of their most dangerous SCPs in the facility. It was the hard to kill reptile.
Mm.
Okay.
You remember the hard to kill reptile?
No.
Okay, so basically, the hard to kill reptile is a reptile of
Of
not
course, of
really
course.
known origin, not really known origin and all that, and so hard to kill that literally nuke might be the only way out, but nobody ever tried it. So at this point, they just dips him in a high concentration acid to make sure he can't regenerate his entire body, no matter what happens. So and this guy is so hard to kill and so adaptable to anything. He can still be alive even if all of his limbs are cut off, and only have like what 30% of his body original body. Yeah, he can live with
Damn.
that. Okay,
So
so
basically, what happened?
okay, uh, the hard to kill reptile has a very violent tendency. He will kill anything and everything. He just
Oh
hates.
my god.
Okay, so what SCP Foundation think is a good idea is to, you know what, this hard to kill reptile, this motherfucker that just loves to kill people. Yeah, let's put it with this kid that's 3 years old and just cannot process violence or anything that happens around her. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do
Hmm.
that. Let's do
Sounds
that.
like a good idea.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I would do that. I would do
I
that.
would do that too.
yeah
Ooh, two
yeah.
people would
So
do that.
So basically,
so
they're in a loop.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Uh,
you want to make any guesses on what happened next?
Mm,
They became
the,
friends?
Oh
they
my god.
joined allies
yeah.
and like both of
Destroy the whole
them
foundation.
came up with this powerful new combo that the SCP Foundation is like, oh
Like,
no,
oh
we just
no.
increased the high
Close
risk.
very close to the point. When the girl just goes in there, a bit at first she was a bit scared, but later on, over time, she just the heart to kill reptile and the girl accept themselves as friends, and uh, the heart to kill reptile just became docile, like the
Oh.
one killing machine that cannot be killed with anything, just
Wow.
became docile and just lets the girl play with him. And
Hmm.
yes, the girl uses crayons to scribble on the reptile itself. And after
Ah.
the SCP Foundation members just remove them from the experiment room, you can say that the reptile just went ham because he just wants to see the girl again, and the girl wants to see him as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Based on the reports, it says that there are multiple casualties just to recontain the hard to kill reptile after the experiment was done. So
Oh
Oh.
my
SCP Foundation are not going to let them meet again for the time being.
But that's a good idea. It's already docile. What's up
god.
with that?
Exactly. What's wrong with
It's
that?
it's because it's just that
Man,
they don't want
scientists,
to take
man.
they don't want to take the chance that they just don't want to take the chance that there could possibly be a problem. They don't want any problems when they need to separate the two of them. Just like, yeah, he's docile now, but how long will he be docile? And remember, they can't be within the close vicinity of the girl for 10 minutes.
Just throw the food in.
Just, just let them be.
The
Right.
girl,
I
the
mean,
girl still needs to, eat, though she's still she's permanent 3 years old. She still needs to eat,
the
and
reptile could just give some of his skin meat whatever. Like he can
Dude,
just be genuine himself.
have you ever
Oh.
tried reptile skin? Have you ever tried reptile skin? I
No.
don't know.
No.
Man,
I never tried it, but it
she's
like, seems
probably a
seems kind of
demon.
interesting to eat.
She
It's
could
probably
swallow.
chewy.
There's some weird
Chewy.
foods out there, like in real
Yeah.
life, not in SCP.
I mean, the
I
reptile can just like chew his own meat and like spit out to the girl. Yeah, so that's what I'm going.
Huh.
yeah, it just became the raptor just become mama bird, just like
Uh,
regurgitated the food into the mouth. Oh my god.
Oh, that's like how the birds feed their kid, the chicks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
let me remind you, this is a
Yeah.
lizard. This is a lizard.
no.
This is a lizard we're talking about.
The
Ew.
lizard is the girl's adopted mother.
It'll
Yeah,
be weird.
I've always had problem with the SCP Foundation. They're like, they always have like, yeah, they're an government that secure,
Non-government.
contain, and protect. Yes, at the same time, they always have like this scheme in the background, which I mean, I like the how the story is, the origin of SCP, but when it comes to like their the higher up greed to like use them as weapon of war, that's
Yes,
where I'm
of
like,
course.
no,
Yeah, of course.
no.
I mean, it was that.
That is
It
human nature.
Yes, with
mm.
great
let's
power
let
comes with
let's
great
not forget
responsibility, I guess.
let's not forget that Deus Machina was also used like 3 times already.
Mm.
Ah, yes.
Oh yeah, Shana. Deus Machina is actually basically something that can restart the world if it was
Yeah.
destroyed. Yeah, it can basically it's just a reboot button,
For
and
the
that's Deus
world,
Machina for the world. Deus Machina was activated 3 times already.
and they have record of it, like
Yeah.
how many times someone f up and someone had to like.
So basically, the world was fucked up 3 times already, and it,
Ah, yes.
But the backside is, I think, not everyone know what happened,
yeah,
right?
yeah, only the higher ups will know what actually happened, and
Because
that's Deus Machina,
yeah,
Gosh.
I mean, I need to say that this is all fictional.
or is it?
Or is it? Dun dun dun.
Dum
then
Oh.
dum dum. I
No
mean,
one
like,
will know.
yeah, yeah. No one will really know about these things. I mean, like, they are
Yeah.
literally saying themselves as the forefront of keeping these things secret. But then again, we never knew. We can never know.
Yep.
Hopefully, we will never know, because these things are fucking scary.
oh,
Ugh.
No shit.
are we still in like the SCP zone? Because I just like something came up.
What? You can bring it up.
Uh, guys know about the IKEA monster?
IKEA
I didn't
I
read.
only
monster.
know the IKEA furniture.
Yeah, I only know IKEA furniture. What do you mean?
I
IKEA
I heard
meatballs.
I heard about this. I heard about
Like,
the IKEA before, but I never read the entire story.
Wait, what is this
right?
So
IKEA
So
monster?
ba-
Is,
basically,
is it just couches piled up together with arms?
no, it's
just
worse. It's
Is that
the
IKEA stuff?
IKEA
yes, it's
stuff.
an IKEA stuff, no face, long limb, and they're like they're just there, like they're
What?
going to lift you up when they see you. Okay, so basically it's like this. Okay, as name applies, it's an IKEA. It's in IKEA, but no one really knows in which part of the IKEA store where the thing is going, where the thing is happening exactly. So what they did was when they sent a bunch of soldiers in there trying to roam around and see what happened. At one point, one of them's gone missing,
Hmm.
and after a few weeks, months, or was it years, the
Oh,
person came back.
years?
Yeah, it took yes. So once the person came back, he gave the report. He said that there are actually settlement inside the IKEA mall. Like they are
oh
already
Wow.
people,
oh
a
so ba-
civilization. Yes.
Okay, so I think I heard this funny thing for it. Like they were spoofing on the idea that IKEA is so big and complex that you can have a fucking entire fucking civilization in it, and nobody will
Yes.
ever know. And
So
that's
Yes.
basically
they
That's
literally
kind of true.
took it like
they took it to the extreme and make it into an SCP. Okay, got it. Oh my god.
Okay. So about the, I think I'll explain about the how the IKEA works first.
Mhm.
So
okay.
like when the person brings him his report, he mentioned that it actually happened in Europe, but some of them are from Asian country. So you got Chinese, Japanese, Korean,
Okay.
like yeah.
Diverse,
So,
diverse.
so so it means that it's
It's
just
connected.
not, yes, it's not just one IKEA in a country.
It's all
The
connected.
whole IKEA, yeah, the whole IKEA is connected. And
Not,
when you're
not scary at all. Not scary at all.
when, when you're inside of it, and imagine they're trying to walk in a straight line in the aisle, like you see the bunch of the text, right? This is for this side. This is for that side. At one point, everything will just loop around. So
Mm.
the the wall is, it's not actually a straight line. There's actually a loophole. Yeah, it gets really odd dimension over there. So I can't really like go into detail about it. Okay, then we go to the monster. So the monsters are staff. Yeah, they have that IKEA like outfit, but also they look like Slender Man with no face, and they have long limbs, and they're only active at night. At night they will attack the settlements. On the day they'll just like docile, like nothing happened, and they'll roam around. Yeah.
Okay, not scary at all. No wonder they need a fucking civilization in there,
Oh, oh,
man.
oh, oh, wait. At night, they'll shout, "Get out!" Like continuously saying "Get out." You know, because it's closing hour, and maybe IKEA people, IKEA staff are always busy. I mean, come on, man.
Mm.
Can you imagine that at night? Get out! Get out! The
I don't
store is
think it.
I
closed.
would, I would just wipe with them. Like, yeah, get out! Woohoo!
I don't think they would like scream get out. I think they would be like, "Sir, excuse me, can you please get out? It's closing time."
Oh my, oh my god, that would be much annoying. Imagine like 10, 20s of them saying the same exact thing.
10 or 20 of them just says the exact same thing while just tearing you limb to limb, limb from limb. There's like, sir, excuse me, sir, would you please get out from the store right now? It's closing time. Just like pulls off
Yeah,
your
and
arm,
then you're like,
pulls on your leg. I feel like that way it would be just horrifying to just see that. I'm like, yeah, screaming works to scare people, but then again, being calm while proceeding with to inflict pain on people is just it's just the bread and butter of being horror for me. For me.
A stick.
But the no, not the fun part. The like amazing part is that the settlements, like they're over like 5 to 6 years apart, and they're still managing themselves. They're eating healthy because of the limited amount of food. I don't know. They mentioned that the food spawn every day.
spawn.
Like,
Spawn? How
Oh my
let's
can it
god, it's
say,
an
spawn?
RPG. It's an RPG.
let's
IKEA
say
is an
you,
RPG.
you let's say you took an apple on any cabinet, right? You will see it on the next day. It'll still be there. At first, they thought that eating the IKEA food would be like maybe it's contaminated or something, but everything is fresh. Nah,
Oh,
right.
wow.
It's very
Not a bad place to live.
IKEA-ish.
Okay, so let's put it into perspective. Not only is IKEA so big and so convoluted, it can teleport people from other places in the world. It can
Yes.
also have it's literally its own world where it has its spawn point, it has its drop rate, and there's also mobs that mobs that will fucking kill you. Got
Yeah.
it.
All right.
IKEA is
Yeah.
that huge.
It's
God,
basically Minecraft.
I think we should live there, guys.
You
I
guys want to
mean,
live in IKEA?
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a place where there will be employees just tearing me limb to limb while also politely tell me to get the fuck out.
No, it would be fun. You'll play hide and seek with your
Yeah.
employees at
Every
night.
day for the rest of your life
Yeah.
while eating good
Oh,
food.
I don't want to. I don't want to play hide and seek with a bunch of guys that will tear me limb to limb while be polite with to me.
Aw.
I don't want that. I
You
want to
can
just be able to
always
sleep.
you can hang off the ceiling.
hey, Joey, we can like go to the bed section and just create this big
Hey.
bed like wall, and then we can like go to the game section, the earphone section, TV section.
Ah.
Let me remind you. I don't think there will be internet connection in there. So
Never know.
We will set one up.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
they said
IKEA
that
after
they
all.
did try to put like one guy just tied himself with a string. I mean, he managed to get back, man. As long as the string is not cut. Mm.
proceed to cut the string.
Proceeds to cut halfway
Oh my god.
into IKEA world.
I can tell Joey will be the first person to go on missing.
Yeah,
Be the last.
Missing
I'll be the
person.
first one to go missing because that was just cuts on my string for fun. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen.
Pretty accurate. And we'll be like waiting for them for like how many weeks, months pass?
Years.
Years,
Years.
decades,
Yeah, probably years.
centuries. Damn, that's a
Oh
long
my
time.
That's too long.
It's too long.
We're
Okay.
talking about time. I don't know, but in the IKEA, they don't actually have specific time or of what's going on. Like, the report says that this boy has been missing for years. For that boy, he just said that he thinks that he went missing for like a week ago. So time in reality and the IKEA is like
It's different. Different
different.
altogether.
Yeah.
I see. So
Yes.
okay. So basically, it's a world and a plane on a plane of dimension on its own. Got it.
Yeah. That's why I say it's going to
I
get 4 dimension here.
IKEA is basically a universe on its own. Got it. No, this it's not scary at all. Not scary at all.
It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Does this mean we can like hang out in IKEA together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Proceed to lose Joey halfway there.
If I'm gonna go there, there better be tentacles. If I'm going there better be tentacles, man.
You should wear your pajamas there.
We need to put a leash for Joey first.
Hey, that's kind of kinky.
Oh god.
Uh,
Oh god.
It's for your
Oh.
safety, not a kink.
Why did I get myself into this mess? I
You
really need a list of words I can't say to Joey.
Okay, let me correct that. Tie a string around his wrist and then make sure he follows us around.
Ah.
No,
Yes,
That-
yes, hangry mommy.
Oh,
Oh,
shut up.
oh
so I'm guessing Joe is into BDSM. Alright.
Hey, I have one special ability, and that is to make things worse. I have that ability, and I'm proud of it.
Quite an
Well,
that's
ability
something
you
I-
have there.
no. God.
Welcome
You may
to the
stick
boat,
with
Shana.
Taka.
Welcome to the boat. Hey,
The boat
I-
is sinking.
The boat is
The
sinking.
boat is sinking.
No, I'm dragging you guys down in the ocean now.
I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you.
Joe is just that much of a menace. I am that much of a I'm just that much of a menace. I'm just that powerful. Okay. You know what?
Joey
Yes.
could be someone's nightmare. Joey is like the manifestation of horror itself.
Yes.
I think the IKEA monsters will run away from Joey.
He's the IKEA manager.
Oh,
Yes, yes, the IKEA manager is just single tentacle. Yes, yes. What would you like to
it's
complain to
just
IKEA right
Joey.
now? I see. Oh my god. How?
Uh,
Okay.
Oh
Alright.
Lord.
I think we should wrap it up here, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's wrap it up here. So, like, to recap, we basically went from hot and sexy vampires and werewolves. Basically,
Paul.
basically all the way from that to.
To Joey's king.
It's not, dude. I swear, it's not a kink. It's not a kink. We just went all the way. Okay, I'm just gonna say that we just all went all the way from vampires and sexy werewolves to Joey probably being IKEA a proper manager and also the leader of all the monster in IKEA. Got it. Let's
Yeah.
we can wrap it up there. And you know what? You know what? Uh, Shana, this is my apology to you. You can do the outro. You can do the outro. Just your usual stuff. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and see you next on the next video. Go, Shana.
Hi.
Go. Nah. No, not hi.
I know. Goodbye. Subscribe. Like. Share.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's a wrap, Shana. Thank you, and we'll see you on episode 3 coming out soon.
Bye.
Bye. Da, 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 da.